I have a really bad feeling that both Dragon Ball and GT characters are not going to be making it to the base roster for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Now, even though we have 164 characters to our disposal, which on paper sounds like a lot, but with Dragon Ball Super taking over majority of those slots, I'm afraid to tell you that 164 characters just isn't enough for our beloved sagas to make it into the base game. Let's talk about it. What's good, it's your boy CrossUp, aka your best average gamer. Now, before we get into this, I want you guys to see what I see. There are 161 characters in Budokai Tenkaichi 3, with 98 of them being base characters. Now, for the people that don't understand what I mean by that, that means there was 98 characters in the game, with 63 of them being transformations of the same character we already had, which at the time was the biggest roster we've ever had in a game. Now, if Budokai Tenkaichi 3 had 161 characters, with Sparking Zero having only 164, that would mean that we're only going to be getting 3 new characters. Do you guys see the problem yet? Now, of course, this is only assuming if we really only get 164 characters for Sparking Zero, because in technicality, there was no confirm saying that Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is going to have 164 characters. We're just basing this off of the ending of a trailer where they showed us the slots and we counted out the number, praying that that is going to be the roster. But honestly, I hope there's more. Now, to get back on topic, they've already revealed 10 new characters, with 6 of them being transformations, which way over exceeds the 3 new character mark, which means they're gonna be replacing characters. Now, in my opinion, I think they're gonna be taking away both Dragon Ball and GT characters and replacing them with Dragon Ball Super characters, and just making both Dragon Ball and GT I think they're gonna be making both of them DLC. I'm so sorry you guys had to witness that. It was just so sickening to say. I'm so sorry. Now, I know me saying that both Dragon Ball and GT characters not being part of the game just sounds like I'm making some shit up for views, but if you were to add just the basic characters that we know are gonna be in the game, starting from early Goku, including the movies, is 114 characters, if not more, depending on who you think is important from those sagas into the game. Now, real quick, I'm not just making up these numbers. I really did sit down and do the math and kind of figured out exactly who I think is the right and proper characters that will be staying on this list, and I will be talking about this much more on other videos, and who I think is going to really be in the game. Now, the average number for super characters that's going to be taking up the roster is going to be 46, at least 46, and that's with 10 of those characters being just transformations for both Goku and Vegeta, starting from Super Saiyan God and up. Now, like I said, 46 is the minimum number for Dragon Ball Super characters. They've already added in the wolf character Baggio, Buffio, but Bergamo, the Bellagio at Vegas. Dude, I can't even remember their names. They were so irrelevant to me when watching Dragon Ball Super, and who's to say that they don't add all 3 of the wolves? But if you think about the games that have come out recently for Dragon Ball, like Xenoverse and Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, they did not start off with the Dragon Ball arc. In fact, they completely skipped it and just saved the room for the roster of characters they really wanted to add it, and then just make the rest DLC. We have to remember, we no longer live in an era where when a game drops, that's the full game. They are gonna want to make very specific sagas DLCs, and I have a feeling this is the way they're gonna go about it, because Dragon Ball is a really good saga. It's something that was heartwarming to all of us when we first started watching the show. GT was really great because it was the offspring of Dragon Ball, wasn't even canon, and yet we still love the Super Saiyan 4 characters. And plus, even if so, do you really want a roster with 164 characters to have general talent in it right now? I don't. Now, real quick, because I don't want you guys getting confused and thinking I don't know what I'm talking about, Dragon Ball GT is not the offspring to Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball GT is the continuation of Dragon Ball Z, which was not canon because the original creator of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, Akira Toriyama, did not create the original manga, let alone help with the actual drawings for it. So therefore, it was not canon, though he did help a little bit with the actual show itself. Now, I have created my own roster of who I think is going to be a part of Sparking Zero, which I will be posting very soon. So if you guys are interested, make sure to like and subscribe and hit the post notifications. You guys can be notified on all of my next videos because I will be making more Dragon Ball content. Now, if you guys have any thoughts of who you guys are going to think is going to be in the game, make sure to leave a comment. It's your boy Cross Up. If I crossed you up once, I can do it again. Peace.